you're going to have a different conversation per what gender you're talking to. The more I'm around guys, the more I need to remember to be direct, to help them. If I tell another girl, you will never guess. I don't even have to finish the sentence. Girls are like, oh, I get you.
Are our kids going to be passive aggressive? This is the Anything But Quiet Time podcast. We are Rachelle and Carder.
Pardon me. Excuse me.
We left off last week.
I need a drink of my beverage from the table, the coffee table with the coffee mug.
They told us not to do this because it's just decoration. There's nothing in there. If you are listening and you're confused, well, you can certainly watch. You text the word quiet to the number 893-893. You'll see this episode. And why did you wipe your chin? There was nothing. There's nothing in these mugs.
Method acting.
Right, Daniel Day-Lewis. All right. So when we left off, you brought up this thing that you had found.
Am I making my kids passive aggressive?
Ooh.
And well, first of all, mirror check. Am I passive aggressive?
Yeah, that would be a question we'd ask ourselves if we say some of these things.
Here's some of the things. Okay. These are some words. And when I was reading these off, what's really great is that you were like, ah. So clearly it's either you or somebody in your life.
Yeah, I've heard some of these before and probably thought them or said them in some ways, yeah.
So I've definitely, in fact, I think I read this article the day after having done one of these with my youngest son.
Do tell, okay.
I will. I can't remember which one because it's been since,
Now you've done 4 more of these since then. No.
Even 24 hours later, I don't even remember what I did, but here we go. So if I can find it, Carter, it was right there. I found it.
I saw you scrolling and I'm like, didn't you just look this up right before we started?
I did, but then it went to something else because my hands accidentally pushed a lot of buttons.
Don't you?
What's it like working with the seniors?
Don't you throw your phone in the purse without locking it? Do you still do that? I've seen you do that before.
Yeah.
How many people do you accidentally call a day?
Should we check?
No, I'm afraid.
Should we check? Hello?
Okay.
Hello?
You'll lose this if you go to something else.
Does anybody hear that voice?
All right. Is that a woman at Ross? Sorry.
So here's the first one. Fine. Do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want. Oh, okay. Let me say as a guy.
Do whatever you want.
Let me say as a guy. Here's the advice that we give to each other. If she says, like young marrieds or dating or whatever, if she says, fine, do whatever you want.
Danger.
Do not do whatever you want. Do not.
Do not. It is, okay. So this is something that I think you would maybe say to your older children.
Yeah.
Because if they were that little and you're not, maybe we should start in a different place. My older children are 20 and 17. Mm-hmm. My oldest was on a plane recently and he called us because he just wanted to tell us something he observed and couldn't believe he was observing it. You are a parent to a younger child. There were children around your son's age. There were 2 of them, siblings, and they were sitting in the seats in front of my son on this airplane by themselves.
Okay.
The parents were across the aisle like, you deal with it kind of a thing.
Cool.
I guess I'm adding my own words in there. I don't know their story. You try to have an open mind about these things. Maybe, I don't know what you could fill in the blank with there, but maybe something is up that I don't know. It's the flight attendant that has to come over and say, I'm so sorry, but one of you will need to sit with either child. Yeah. You can't just let them alone. And then what Sammy had seen before were the 2 children taking their toys and hitting each other in the face with them. And then the parent sits down in the chair and switches paces, and then that child continues to hit the parent in the face.
Okay.
The parent says nothing. I grew up in an era where that's not going to happen. Okay. I don't know. And there's this struggle of making sure that you do not go into a place of abuse, never, but also not to the point where you don't say anything because, well, they'll probably grow out of it. There's a balance that we have to do, right? There's a discipline that needs to take place. There are boundaries here. So if your child at at an age of 6 years old is already determining what they're going to do, and you end up saying, fine, do whatever you want, there might be a bigger issue there than just passive aggression. But actually, if they do repeat it and they don't even know why because they just heard you say it, maybe you have an issue with it too. Here's another one. After everything I did today, after everything I did.
After everything I've done for you is another one in that family.
And you don't even finish that because you hang it out there like a weight so that it'll crush the person you spoke it to so they feel it.
Yeah.
You don't realize that's what you're doing in the moment, but that's what you're doing.
I think something that I've realized, and it can be hard on the other side of it because you do want to give space for emotion. I remember, I think I've told you the story about I won't get into all of it, but a woman had called us up on our radio show at a station that I worked at before that I wasn't working with you at the time. And she was very upset by something we had said.
Oh.
And I kind of learned that day, hey, you don't really argue with a crying person. You know, I mean, not in that situation when I don't know them at all. But on the other side of it, having emotion doesn't mean that your argument is valid. Like, I think we should be able to talk and express ourselves and all of that. And sometimes in the moment, and sometimes we need to cool off or all of that. But just because I feel something so strongly after everything I've done doesn't necessarily mean that I'm in the right on the subject matter either.
Right.
You know, maybe the other person has a point, and just because I feel this way and I'm overwhelmed or whatever doesn't mean that I couldn't hopefully learn to see it from their perspective. So
this is one of those things. When I was first dating with my husband, he was really the first real relationship. And I'm blessed that way because I'm one of those people, as you know, I'm like all in real fast. I like you. I went home after the first date and I was like, I'm going to marry him.
you were right on that one.
But I was right.
Yeah.
But, he's more like, let's just take a moment here and assess. All of that to say, I remember trying little tricks that I picked up in movies.
Oh, in movies.
Little lines.
Yeah.
Expecting him to follow me out of the room if I was crying.
Okay, right.
Little things like that.
Yeah.
Okay, that does not work on my husband. I don't know. He does not have that bug that men sometimes get where it's like happy wife, happy life. It's like he wants to love and serve you well, but he also wants truth and honesty from you. And so it's like he did not follow me.
I feel
out the room.
I feel this is what I imagine. You cried and left.
Good luck with that.
And then when you come back an hour later, he's watching football, eating chips, mutes it and says, so you ready to talk now? Something like that.
Yeah, he may not even mute it. He might just be like, what's going on? Now, he has since come my way a little bit.
Sure. Yeah.
But I wasn't saying what I meant.
I think that's kind of the point of the whole conversation today,
You
right?
need to say, look, these are the things that mommy has done for you today because I love you.
Yeah.
And when I ask you to do something, I need you to know that this really hurts my feelings.
Sure. Yeah.
Because I've done these things for you today and I'm asking you to now do whatever it is. But I'm now using words, I'm explaining.
Yes.
And you can never assume that anybody knows what you're feeling, thinking. I mean, even in the case of the radio show you were talking about, she made an assumption in calling you that you were the big bad wolf or something. Like, you don't have a heart. Like, I don't know your circumstances. You need to share what's happened. And then maybe that'll give me context to go, wow, I never looked at it from that perspective. And now it's not that what I said was invalid, but I may shape my sentences differently now.
Yeah, I understand a little
knowing
bit.
what I know.
That's right. No, I think directness and communication are really the point of all this.
Yes.
Of being able to not. Sometimes you're like, my gosh, though, like we've had this conversation before, and don't they get that this situation, whatever is gone.
How many times have we had the same argument?
Right. But I think it's so key because little parts of it can change. And you're just like, I need to every time be as direct, but direct as I can to explain what I'm feeling because you don't know what I'm thinking.
Yes, and before they finish their thought, perhaps you're already forming your next one. We were just talking about response. it's important that I let those words come at me almost as if it's the first time I've heard them. Because you said little nuances kind of change over the years. Maybe things change.
Yeah.
And I'm shifting in the way I'm feeling about something. Like, I want to see it from your perspective, but I'm still struggling here. You know, I don't know. But we've had lots of those kind of little petty arguments before with my kids, and they feel like it's a repeat. And they're almost ready to roll their eyes again. Or, no. Let me tell you, I am understanding now when you come home from school, maybe you need a 5 to 30 minute, whatever, I don't know, to detox your brain.
Right.
Okay, now we've had that conversation, but then I'm going to need you to do X, Y, Z, you know. I don't know.
What's the
Things
next
shift over.
These are so
moving
good.
on.
Yeah.
The next one, I'm just a bad mom.
Oh yeah, a bad dad. I mean, same
Or
thing.
a bad dad.
Yeah. Yeah,
Fine.
because
I'm a bad dad.
Well, you're making it something that it's not.
That's not what they said, maybe.
No.
Or yeah.
If they said, I mean, yeah, sometimes teenagers can vent. They might have said that. But if it's like, I don't want to do this thing. Why do you make me do this thing? Okay. I guess I'm just an awful parent. Like what? Like, hold on. Let's talk about the issue itself rather than making it something that it's not. You know, we used to do at our company, I think my microphone's falling down here.
Move it.
But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine that it falls down.
Whatever.
No, we used to at our company do something called clearings, where if you had a problem, we would set the issue on the table and we would talk about the issue.
Yeah.
And I remember, one time there was an individual that this was more of a just like critique, like creative critique. An individual brought a project they were working on to our meeting and asked us to critique this particular project.
I remember.
And it was like, he's like, oh, you know, like no hold bar. Like, you say whatever you think, my feelings aren't hurt because of this thing. And somebody started critiquing another project
that had nothing to do with the one on the table
that they had been working on. And the rest of that conversation did not go well.
No, it did
right?
not.
Let's talk about the issue at hand rather than making it something rather about another, you know, 'cause that's kind of the thing, what they say in marriage counseling, the always and never thing. You always do this.
Yeah.
Or you never show up on time.
Yeah.
Instead of like, today, I told you that this thing was important to me. Why couldn't you make it a priority to be on time? Boom, we're focused right on this thing.
It's also important to know that you're going to have a different conversation per what gender you're talking to. So women, and I've tried to share this because, you know, you're in my life, my husband, and I have 2 boys. And the more I'm around guys, the more I need to remember to be direct, to help them. I would like this for my birthday. Here is the picture. I even sent it to my husband and he goes, may I buy that for you, your birthday? Would you go ahead and buy it right now?
And then you ordered it,
I will do that.
Yeah.
And some people might go, well, that's not as romantic. There will come maybe, not everybody, but there might be a stage in life where somewhere down the line, you got a lot of things stacked up. There will be more leniency there. It was still very lovely that he allowed me to buy the thing that I wanted.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, romance is not dead. Wow.
Very passionate.
I was not passive aggressive just now. I was just aggressive. But I think it's important that it be understood. Men think completely different and one thing at a time, and that's all right because that's the way you're wired. And women have a tendency, because all the emotion, all of the feelings can be connected to the thing that's on the table. And for us to be able to even voice that to ourselves and say, this might be coming from exhaustion from yesterday, tied to emotion from that thing that was done to me, you know, and now I'm projecting onto this set of circumstances, something else. And if I voice that, I know I've definitely done that on our show. I'd be like, Carter, you should know this is going on in my life right now. And this is why it's impacting. If I tell another girl, you will never guess. I don't even have to finish the sentence. Girls are like, oh, I get you.
Yeah,
you know?
girl, yeah.
But I think men are the same way with other guys because it's like you punch each other and you're done, you know, or whatever.
You know, one of my friends, we're talking about just emotion.
Yeah.
One of my friends in our small group, I was articulating something that I wasn't happy about. Not like at them, just like something in life, you know, just sharing our life together. And I said, I think I'm feeling this way because of like this particular thing. And my buddy goes, man, it's It's amazing, even the reason that you're mad. He's like, sometimes I'll just stand in my kitchen. I'm like, I'm just mad. Like, I don't know why. I'm just mad.
Yeah.
And it's like, guys can just be like, meh.
Yeah. And you get him an hour in a rec room and
they're done.
He wields a hammer and he's done.
Lift some weights, call it good.
Honey-do list, hammer
we might
it
have time
out.
for like one more.
One more. All right, here we go. The next one is, you know what you did. I don't know if I like that one as much. You know what you did. What if they don't? What if they really don't? I think a lot of the time, when it comes to when I'm talking to my children, you know what you did. And then I might follow that up with, you're not losing your marbles. You're not, and then I might even like say, you're not unintelligent or something like, you know what you did. Well, now what am I doing? Now I'm calling them stupid. What if they literally don't know what I'm doing? I don't know. You're not stupid. But if I don't remember that I am stupid, is that what this is? Just tell him.
Yeah.
Oh, if you really loved me, you would.
Oh, man.
And this is the one that I did. I know you told me just one more. I've read like two more.
No, that's good. I know you're kind of skipping over that other.
There's the one when you just give him the cold shoulder.
Okay.
And I was frustrated. I was folding laundry with my son. I knew he was frustrated because we had interrupted an Xbox game or something like that. I need help with laundry. And I just wanted to start a conversation with him. I was like, blah, blah, blah. And he gave me a bit of a snitty response. And I didn't like it because I didn't have to help him fold the laundry in the first place.
Right.
This is your one job during this summer. Fold the laundry.
Yeah.
And I'm not proud of this, but I took whatever it was, a sock, and I threw it down and I walked out.
Yeah.
Well, this is one of my more sensitive kids, and he knows when I'm upset. He knows, and he almost instantly will come and apologize. He knows he didn't. And I iced him out. And then finally I realized, Rachelle, how old are you? Who's the parent? And I sat down on the couch and I voiced it. I am not happy with you. You were really rude when I was trying to just be friendly in conversation, and I decided to come help you. I did not have to. I wanted to help you though. And I'm upset. And he goes, I'm sorry, Mom, you're right. But because I did the stupid thing at first. Hopefully, I love that God gives us redeeming opportunities. Sometimes, we have redeeming opportunities always through Christ with him. But sometimes we might miss an opportunity with our kids and that'll stick with them.
Sure.
And then that's why maybe I'm teaching my kids to be passive aggressive if I don't come back into the room and go, I should have said this. I didn't say it before. That was wrong, but here I'm going to say it now.
Yeah, and you were still able to communicate the thing. It's not like just because you felt bad about what you did doesn't mean that you can't go back and talk about why.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the two things for me on a conversation like this. The Bible says it's to one's glory to overlook an offense. We can do that as much as we can, and then when we can't, we go to the person and we communicate clearly. Why that hurt. And if sometimes there's back and forth. Sometimes you're going to think, I'm going to go to this person, I'm going to say how I feel, and they're going to have your son's response. You're right, and I'm sorry. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes it's, well, I wouldn't have done that if you wouldn't have, and so.
And then doesn't that just add fire onto what you were already feeling? If you weren't in the right place here in your heart and in your mind before you went to them, that could just, I can feel that rage building.
You're the one that should be apologizing.
What? I laid the groundwork here.
Not me. Yeah.
You're the one who should be sorry.
And so it's an ongoing, I think that's the thing. It's a daily basis thing. It's a daily basis to just communicate to the people around us.
We are just one step away from throwing a French fry basket at a patron, which I saw on a video.
Okay, I was like, that's very specific.
Where I was like,
yeah,
I don't know what happened between that customer and her, but she did not like it. And she picked up that French fry basket filled with fries and threw it at the woman.
We don't have to go there.
We don't.
Yeah, let's communicate. We can do this. And thank you for joining.